everyone, Jestro here, and today I have an Appletun guide. Now it's been a while since the last made a guide, but I figured I'd make one that, since it's Thanksgiving, we'd do something that's a staple for Thanksgiving. Pies. So yeah, the first set we have is the Snapple set, with leftovers, thick fat, apple acid, dragon pulse, recover, leech seed, with a calm nature, max HP, max special defense, little into the special attack. This is the most commonly used Appletun set. Leftovers. At the end of every turn, we get 1/16 for our health back. Thick fat makes it so that way fire and ice type moves, we have a 4 times weakness to, are halved. Apple acid. This is the best grass move it gets. It lowers the special defense, and it does 80 base power, which is very good. Dragon Pulse. Now, if you wanted to, you could run Draco Meteor, but I just like to run Dragon Pulse because of the fact how I don't like lowering my stats unless I have to. There's Recover, just for recovery, and Leech Seed, which is for even more recovery. The whole purpose of this set, it's just to stall Leech Seed, stall Apple Acid until you can do more damage and all that damage racks on. There's not much to this set. In fact, there's not much to Appletun. It doesn't really get that many good moves. Good isn't the word I'm looking for, but it's the word that I can think of at the moment. It has good moves. It gets things like Earthquake, Outrage, it gets the screens, but it doesn't get that many good moves. The next set that we have is the Jax set, with Citrus Berry, Ripen, Curse, Seed Bomb, Sucker Punch, and Outrage, with max HP, max attack, little into the special defense, with an adamant nature. Now this Appletun is interesting. We're using Ripen, which doubles the effect of the berry, so Citrus Berry should be able to restore when, I believe, half of the HP, if my math is correct. I think so. We use Curse because this is our way to boost our physical attack, because this is a physical attacking Appletun. Seed Bomb and Outrage. These are the only physical stab moves that we get, other than Bullet Seed and Grassy Glide. We get no other powerful physical dragon moves, not even Scale Shot. Otherwise I would put Scale Shot, but yeah. And then there's Sucker Punch. It's priority, it's coverage, and since we're lowering our speed, it'll be able to give us priority. Now, first what you're going to want to do, gonna go for the Curse, hopefully live, Citrus Berry procs, and then go for either Seed Bomb or Outrage on whatever comes in. Now the set does have flaws. For one thing, if your berry gets taken away, you cannot restore it. Another thing, we're still very slow, and since we don't have that much into our bulk, we are somewhat frail. But yeah, that's all you gotta be careful for. This is a fun set. I've actually tried this, and it works, to say the least. Next up, we have the Strudel set, with leftovers, thick fat, rest, sleep talk, apple acid, dragon pulse, max HP, 112 into the defense, 144 into the special defense with a bold nature. Now this is gonna be a rest talk set. You got rest and sleep talk because that's how rest talk works. Apple acid and dragon pulse are there so that way you can do damage while simultaneously healing. And these EV spread is just so that way you can tank as much as possible instead of going on the all-out offensive. This is made to be more bulky and do more damage over time, but not in a stally way. And yeah, things to be careful of. Tapu Koko. Anything that prevents rest. Ice type moves. You might just picture everything that Appletun hates. And just beware of that, because Appletun is a very limited Pokemon with what it can do. Next up, we've got 3.14. With Paterberry, Ripen, Substitute, Apple Acid, Dragon Pulse, and Recycle. max HP, max special defense, little into the special attack with a calm nature. Now, Potato Berry. When we're at 1/4 of our max HP, we gain +1 special attack. But because of Ripen, we're getting +2. So that's why we have Substitute. But we also get Recycle, which will recycle the berry. So that way we'll get another +2. And then you become a powerhouse, and while you're definitely not going to be able to sweep, you're going to be able to put a pretty sizable chunk in the opponent's team. Now, since we're slow, we're going to be outsped a lot, and odds are Substitute isn't going to be able to last that long. But hopefully with our max HP, it'll be able to take some hits, Potato Berry procs, and go for a Dragon Pulse. Or, if you wanted to, you can go for the Giga Drain, which will heal up some of the damage that you take. So yeah, this isn't a fun set, but most likely you're going to see Apple Acid. Next up, we have the Honeycrisp set, which is a screen setting set. We got Light Clay, Thick Fat, Recover, Light Screen, Reflect, Apple Acid with max special defense, 8 into the special attack, and 248 into the HP with a calm nature. This is every single Reflect light screen set you'll ever see. Light Screen and Reflect, powered by the Light Clay, which makes it so that way they last 8 turns instead of 5. Recover is just for longevity, and Apple Acid is there so that way we can do some damage and not get completely boned by Taunt. And yep, this is just your standard Light Clay set. And finally, we have the Cobbler set, which is a careful nature with leftovers, thick fat as the ability, body press, iron defense, recover, seed bomb, max HP, max special defense, and a little into the attack, careful nature. The point of this set is simple. Iron defense, body press, recover, and that should get you past most things. And we have seed bomb just for stab and a way to hit ghost types. Now, this is a very interesting set, since Iron Defense, it'll boost its physical defense by 2, which is why I didn't need to put that much into our defense. Careful Nature will allow us to survive some hits. So yeah, what you're going to want to do is get on Iron Defense and Body Press. And whenever you get low on health, recover. And if you come across a ghost type or something that resists or is immune to Body Press, you go for the Seed Bomb. And yeah, that is it for Appletun. It doesn't get that much moves. Not many moves is what I meant to say, which does kind of disappoint me, but hey, maybe it'll get something in a third DLC if we ever get one. But yeah, I have nothing else to say. This is a bit of a shorter review, a shorter moveset guide, but I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. Bye everyone, I'll see you next time. Peace.